Breaking records and I'm breaking news. Bitch be pressed like who you? I get whatever I like. Bitch won't bark, but they wanna bite. I got $2 million for using a mic.
Welcome back to the Terrible No Good podcast. It's another week at it today, boys. For the first person to say play, they gotta put 8 squares of this TP hanging out their ass crack. And they gotta walk around Walmart with it for like at least 10 minutes. But that's gonna be the day.
What's up, guys? Welcome to week 5.
That sounded terrible. All right, guys. Welcome to the Terrible No Good podcast. Oh, go.
No, you got it, man.
Go.
No, man, you got it.
Go.
I'm in.
Okay. This shows how terrible.
What's
we
up,
are.
guys? We're here back with another week's episode of the Terrible No Good podcast.
Where Brayden, Ben, and Benji will be giving their terrible, no good takes. All right. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to have the punishments. And we've got a whole bunch of them. We got 3 this week. Now, Ben, go ahead and put your glasses on. Go ahead and put your glasses on. You get to wear them. You know, you dethroned me for 1 week. You know, I've been at the top of the leaderboard the past 3, but we don't have to bring that up. It's fine. You got lucky 1 week. It's all good. It's all good.
14-2.
Won't
Speaks
happen
for
again.
itself.
Hold up, but I was only 2 games behind. I was
only 3 games behind, so I mean, they ain't saying much.
Yeah, but your overall record's kind of
Told you. Wait for the come up.
Trash.
doo-doo. Doo-doo.
Y'all got a couple on me. Just wait. One of these weeks I'm going to get 16-0.
Did you see where I cut out your crap talking in the video? I
My
buffered
swear
over.
words?
Yeah.
Oh.
Put the little beat thing over it. Look at the editing. It's getting better. It's getting better. The
It's
editing
kind
is
of
just
trash. Cut out my words. I never cut out yours.
well because you don't cut out anything because you don't edit anything. Because I edit it.
Are we
all.
doing this? Are we doing this?
Yeah. Go ahead.
We lost.
Go ahead.
No, we lost. I'm ready.
Okay. First thing we're gonna get done. Ben, go get your baby food. Go ahead and get you something to eat the baby food with, and we'll just go ahead and get that.
He's
started.
just got to eat it by the end of the episode, right? So you can just like kind of munch
No,
on it.
I want at least 2 good bites, and we got a pretty good flavor. I think for baby
I thought it was
food.
supposed to not be good.
It's a joke, Benji. It's not good.
Oh,
It's not good. As soon as
Well, I
I
wasn't
said the
there,
name,
so.
as soon as I said the name, well, I legit called you and it's fine. It's fine. So we got him. It's a terrible flavor. We got him sweet potato,
Oh, that
sweet
makes sense,
potato baby food, which he gets to enjoy. I think he's gonna snack on it. He's gonna take at least 1 or 2 big bites of it, and then he can snack on it the rest of the way through the pod. But it has to be completely gone by the end of the episode. Do we agree on that, Benji?
yeah,
The whole thing.
yeah.
has
It's
to
got to be
gone.
be done by the end of the episode, Ben.
What are you doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now we got Ben. This is the punishment for the word. He said, team. He said team last week. The boo thing of old Benji over here. His old gal picked it. And so now he gets to enjoy some sweet potato baby food.
Yeah, shout out, Lindsay. This is for you. I don't like you at the current moment, but at least Benji does.
I guess we didn't have any
I'll do your
clean
signature.
spoons.
I'll do your signature, Ben. Just think you ate that at one point in your life.
I don't think I ate sweet potato, though. This is pretty nasty. I don't know how babies eat this. Romo wants it. Look it.
We'll look down. We'll see Romo taking little bitty bites. Ben's feeding it to him.
I'm done for now. I'm done for now. That's disgusting.
You keep that.
You just gotta keep it here.
You keep that. No, it's staying over here, Chief. You're finishing it. You're finishing that whole thing by the end of the episode. I don't care how you get it down, but it's all got to be down.
I would just start bottoms up it, man.
No. What are you doing?
That's a problem for later.
No, you had to do it during the episode. So
All right,
keep it
might as well just do the second
All right.
punishment.
Well, you know what you get to wash it down with, Ben. Now.
Yeah.
Now Benji and Ben have to take shots. Ben didn't do a punishment from last week's episode, so we moved it to this week, and we just decided to give them both the same punishment. So they both have to take
where is
a
it?
nice little pull of that apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I'd say whatever you want to do, Chief.
Yeah, we can. It doesn't really matter. It's gonna suck. Thankfully, we don't have to finish this one.
And the birthday boy right here just gets to sit and watch y'all enjoy all this
Oh,
nasty
yeah.
stuff.
Anyone who watches, wish him a happy birthday today. He's 32. He looks good.
Subtract. And that was just the sip.
I didn't even take
Or not the sip, the sniff.
Yeah, this is it, bro.
I need a nice little shot.
Oh, goodness.
We need to put it in a shot cup. So we need to do.
Uh-oh.
He's getting on a knee.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
my
no, bro. That's painful to watch. Holy moly.
Get on a knee down there.
Yep.
Get
I'm
on
waiting
it,
for
get
him
on
to
a
come
knee.
take this thing.
No, we need you in here for the reaction. You can't,
my
you can't
goodness,
be
bro.
hiding over there.
Oh, he's gonna throw up, bro. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna go.
Are you about to throw up in my bathroom? Well, come sit over here. They need to see you. Oh gosh, here we go. Here we go. Need a good gulp. No, that was not a gulp. That was so boring. That was not a gulp. I'm thoroughly impressed with your gulp. Is that what she said? I could smell the burp
Oh,
from over here. Ugh.
oh, bro, I really did thought I was gonna just yak. I got tears.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Hey, I'm glad it wasn't me. That's I kind of helped pick this one out. So if I was doing it, I definitely would not have picked it for myself. But Ben went right along. So
oh,
you good over there, Benjamin?
bro, well, I didn't think it was gonna come out that quick. It's like stuck in the back of my throat. It's just like, oh,
I can only imagine because I didn't have to consume any of it.
Bro, I got mad heartburn, though.
oh, that's like me after the horseradish, bro. That
Do
shit burned.
you want some tum? Okay. All right. So we talked about some funny stuff for a little while.
Bro,
now
no,
we're
I
gonna
literally- Oh,
now we're gonna get into some like more serious stuff. So I don't know who all's seen the situation. I wanted to voice my opinion, and I'm probably gonna let these two go before me. But the whole Trevor Bauer situation, MLB pitcher, he's been suspended from the league for the past 2 years, and wanted to talk about the situation. Now, Benji, like, what did you think about the whole thing? Kind of give your thoughts.
no questions. I just gotta go pee. That's a direct statement from her when she got pulled over. She actually got pulled over on Donaldson Pike, for you Nashville natives. She got pulled over, and Donaldson Pike was completely missing a tire. Was driving without a tire. Obviously hit something. Pulled into a McDonald's, and the officers kept trying to like test or like question her, and she's like, "No questions, no questions. I gotta go pee." So there is a mugshot of her from the Nashville PD. And yeah, I think it's just idiotic. She's an idiot. If you've seen any videos of her, she just seems like someone who, it's not a very good statement coming from someone like her, where she constantly seems like she's either on something or, I don't know. It's not my, life. Can't really speak on it unless, I'm a part of it, but like everything leads to like just idiocracy.
Sorry, the smell's lingering around. Whew. But no, I mean I agree with that take as well. I read into it, and he served the 2 years long, which is the longest ever. Kind of crazy to think about, especially since it wasn't actually accused, right? He's not guilty, correct?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he was found not guilty. They found a bunch of stuff out.
Which brings me to the point, though. This not only, basically, I think it's kind of ruined his career. I don't know if anyone's going to pick him up again. And if we think about it, he was 8-5 with the Dodgers, a team that just recently won the championship too. Then the next 2 years, they make playoffs. Both years, they make good deep runs. They lose. But imagine if they had him with them. I mean, potentially that franchise could have went 2-3 years straight. But all that, and basically his career is over potentially. And I don't like it. I don't like how it seems to be happening more in all the sports. They're bringing up cases or stuff like that from, I know this one was kind of relative to the time, but there's others where it's like 10 years earlier, and it's just because they're a big name athlete. And the next thing you know, they're no longer an athlete. So
It reminds me a little bit of there was a movie called Brian Banks that came out that was about like a 5-star linebacker, and this girl, while they were in high school, accused him of rape, and he basically went to jail and couldn't play football. Like, he lost all of his privileges and everything. And then, like, I think it was like maybe 19 years later. No, it wasn't 19. It was like 15, 14 years later. Essentially, they found that everything that she said was fabricated and was a lie. And the dude missed out on potentially millions and millions and millions of dollars, all because a woman sat there and made an accusation, and he couldn't defend himself because he had no proof besides what he knew, because it was just them two in that room. And it reminds me, like, this same situation is like kind of close to that. So besides the fact that she has tons of texts that have now come out where she is quote unquote saying next victim about Trevor Bauer, saying next victim. And you know how I feel about it, Miss Lindsay Hill? You may not hear about it. You may not see this. You deserve to go to prison as long as Trevor Bauer would have had to go to prison if he had been convicted guilty of something that he supposedly did. If you were going to charge him with rape and he didn't do it, he would have had to serve like 15, 20 years, potentially more than that. You need to be in prison, and you need to be serving 15 to 20 years because you're just as bad. That is just as bad as someone raping you. Just as bad. You are dragging someone's character completely through the mud, and it's a lie. I cannot stand women that do this. I cannot stand men that do what he was accused of. You are just as bad, in my opinion. And I hope you hear this. I know we're a tiny podcast, but I hope you hear this because you're a terrible human being. She legit got caught saying next victim in a text to some of her friends. She legit said she was going to make millions off of him. She had this whole thing planned out, did it, then caused him 2 years of baseball. He may not ever be able to pitch in the MLB again just because she was greedy. You are an ugly human being, and you get all the negative stuff that happens to you. You deserve it.
All right.
You deserve it. That stuff makes me mad. That stuff
I
makes me
get
mad.
I get it, but
Amber Heard.
It's just, it's just.
I think you put the point across. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was there. Maybe the second, third time.
Dude, I'm gonna say what I want to say about it. So, it makes me mad. It pisses me off.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I hate that people do that.
I mean, because it makes the real people that get affected by situations like that. It makes it like harder to believe, and that sounds bad, but it's just the truth. Like, there are tons of girls out there that truly get victimized and nothing ever happens. Because of situations like this, it makes it so much harder to determine if someone's actually telling the truth. And this happens everywhere. In UFC, it happens in MLB, football, like anything that they can do to take advantage of people, they do. Soccer as well. You know, I guess football can kind of go for both, though.
Yeah.
So, both football sports. But,
You have to. I don't know if we can go into the funny pick'ems next. I gotta let my stomach settle. That shit kind of.
I mean, it is just M&M's.
Bubbling. like napalm went off in my stomach, bro. Oh my god, fighting demons over here.
Okay, well then we'll just do college football. We'll do college football until then.
All right.
So Ben, best team in the nation, go.
Ooh, that's tough. But for me, I know their offense hasn't clicked as much as I'd like them to, but I'm still gonna go Georgia. I think it's just hard not to. I think they're low-key on that Alabama run where Saban was up there in the top 1-2 for, I mean, how long was that, guys? What, like 10 years, 15 years? It felt like forever. And that's where Georgia's been the last, 4 or 5 years. And until they're knocked off of that, I'm just going to have to say Bulldogs.
What do you think, Benji?
I mean, I kind of agree with Ben. I don't think Georgia's offense is really clicking, but their defense has always been. Georgia, the last couple of years, have been that team that like plays terrible teams in the regular season, gives them a fighting chance, but then plays one good team and blows them out the water. It's like, how do you do it? But I'm gonna have to go. I don't know. I've really started, watching some of this Michigan team. I think Michigan's great. I think they've been playing great, but I don't know. It's too many different divisions, too many different conferences. It's hard to gauge them. They all have different playing styles, but I'm gonna have to go with I think Michigan. I think Michigan's just really great this year. They're the standout. Low key wanted to go with Penn State. Penn State's been playing hella good football, so
Yeah. Okay, so mine is kind of like I think Oregon's looked really good. I think Oregon has looked really, really good. But I think that I'm gonna agree with you and go Michigan. I was thinking about Texas, but I think it'll go between Michigan and Ohio State. I think that game will be kind of like the deciding factor. But I think that Michigan, I think this might be their year. So I think I'm going to have to go with Michigan as well.
They do look good. And what's freaky or what I've noticed is it may be changing from SEC to Big Ten this season.
Yeah, because Alabama's down. I just have not been impressed with Georgia. If Georgia can – Auburn and South Carolina both almost beat them, and those teams are like I know you got Spencer Rattler or whatever, but like Auburn has Hugh Freeze, and it's his first year. They have no athletic talent really on a collegiate level compared to other SEC schools, I mean. But, yes, they have talent, but their players are not as good as Georgia's players, and I don't understand how that was even a close game. I don't understand that.
it's like I said, Georgia plays bad teams, and they're close. I mean, it was the same like last year, same the year before that. But as soon as they have to actually play, they've played good. But I think maybe, I'll wait. Sorry.
I should have started DJ Moore.
Bear down, baby. Other than like, I think what is it? Big Ten. Big Ten will have like one maybe good year here at the top, but then like when Oklahoma and Texas come to the SEC, it's just gonna go right back, I think, to SEC football. And I think it's just good that in our lifetime we're all SEC fans, that SEC's stout for our entire lifetime. So
well, next year Florida's gonna get back in, and that brings up the next talking point, just because that's who me and Ben like. The Gators suck.
Yeah, we suck.
They suck.
Really bad.
Bad. And you know what that also means? Tennessee sucks. Tennessee sucks really bad. And you want to know why I know Tennessee sucks really bad?
Because Florida won.
Because Florida beat them. Not just beat them by one score. Beat them by 13.
we also played in the swamp.
Beat them by 13, Benji.
What do you
13.
No. You always say how much a home field advantage has. So don't even
13 points.
No, home field advantage in college is like insane.
I'll give you 5 points.
Insane.
I'll give you 5 points.
You're insane to think that a home field college advantage is a 5 point. No.
Tennessee was ranked in the top 10, and if Tennessee was all they were made out to be, and
I
the
don't think they
quarterback
should have
was
been
all they were
ranked.
made
No.
out to be, they
No
would
one-
not have lost by 13 in the swamp.
If
Kentucky
you play
just killed us.
If you play that same game in Neyland, it's 13 points the other way.
I don't think so.
I promise.
I don't think so.
Promise. Your team's ass. Your team's probably one of the worst teams in the SEC, so it don't matter.
Right back at Tennessee, but that's
But
also
we're still ranked. We're still playing.
someone's getting a little emotional about it. But I
I'm just-
was about
I'm
to
just
say,
getting-
not to mention the one thing that really irritated me about the college football rankings and stuff.
Is that Florida's
How do
still
you-
below us?
How do you put? Well, now yes, but how
Y'all
do you
still were
put
below us then as well.
after Tennessee lost to Florida by 13 points, not single digits but double digits? How do you put Tennessee above Florida?
Because they're still
Now
better.
they lost to Kentucky, so I get taking them out completely now. But Tennessee does not need to be ranked. Florida does not need to be ranked. Tennessee is not good. Tennessee is not good. And you know what? We're going to start another streak. Florida's back on top when it comes to the Tennessee series. That's all that matters in my life right now this year. That's all I wanted. I wanted to be
have
able
one
to
good- one year.
chomp
One year.
in the Tennessee Volunteers
year.
fan base's face whenever I see him, because every year is Tennessee's year. So I'm done now. Go ahead, Benji.
I like how he said right before this, he talks way too much in the podcast, then goes on a tangent like that and doesn't let anybody else talk. But no, it makes sense that Tennessee was still ranked above y'all because they still are the better team. Granted, I think it was a good game. I mean, we played in the swamp. I would hate to play in the swamp. You know, I think SEC playing away, it's a huge advantage to the home team, especially in college football. Maybe not as much NFL. It's a more, oh, there we go, baby. More like diverse fan group, but like SEC home games, they're different. I mean, granted, I do think it would be a different game if we played in Neyland. It's Neyland and it's the swamp, but I don't think Tennessee is a worse team than Florida. Being legitimately honest.
I think it depends on which Florida team comes, and you could say the same thing about Tennessee. But at the same time, you can only go off of what you see on head-to-head matchups. Tennessee has not played the same opponents as Florida, and the two losses that Florida has is against a now ranked Kentucky and a has been ranked Utah. So both ranked teams. All I'm saying is Florida wasn't ranked. Florida didn't deserve to be ranked. And to be honest, neither does Tennessee, because Tennessee has not played anybody good and beat anybody good.
I don't know. I definitely think South Carolina is better than Kentucky. I definitely think that.
You think South Carolina's better than Kentucky?
Yes, I definitely think South Carolina is a better team than Kentucky, but South Carolina is also, I feel like, had a lot harder of a schedule. They've already played Georgia. They've already played us. I don't know who else they've had to play.
That's
but
fair. I'm not going to argue with you on. I don't really know too much about South Carolina and Kentucky, but I mean, I don't think that you can say that where you play a football game is a 13-point swing.
yes,
I don't think you can say that.
It is, bro.
Because Alabama will beat Auburn at Auburn. Auburn will beat Alabama at Alabama.
But those
It's
are
the
also,
rivalry
those are
that makes it.
They're also in the same, like, actual area. You don't see many Tennessee fans driving all the way down to Florida to fill up the swamp. You don't see many Florida fans driving to UT to fill up Neyland. It's a lot different.
Okay, I was giving you an example with Alabama and Auburn, but I'm saying, like, you can look all over the NCAA field. Like, they're Florida State. Sometimes Florida State will come in there and beat Florida at Florida.
Because
Sometimes
they're
Florida will go,
like right next to
it's
each
rivalry.
other.
Yeah,
That's the fact
okay,
that
yeah.
I'm
But
saying,
that
like,
was a bad
but I'm
example.
saying if they're two teams that are not very different in, like, I don't want to say play style, like wellness of the team. Like, neither of our teams are good. Let's admit that.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, that was my whole point.
But I'm saying if they're not that big of a difference, yes, home field advantage takes a lot because there's not much to separate us. If it's like Georgia versus whoever, and Georgia's just an amazing team and they go in their home, yeah, the home field advantage isn't as bad. But when you're playing two caliber teams of, like, almost very, very similar, like, caliber, then yes, home field advantage does a lot. And I think it would be a two touchdown game if you came to Neyland.
Okay, but you're proving what I've been trying to say this whole time. I'm saying Tennessee's not any good, and I'm saying Florida's not any good.
No, what you just
You're
said.
saying they're the same caliber. That's what you said.
just said was home field advantage shouldn't be a two-score game.
So Tennessee's not a good enough team, in your opinion, to where the home field does not matter. You said when it comes to teams that are of the same caliber that home field play manages. That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying.
You literally watch the clip. You literally go, home field advantage doesn't matter whatsoever.
Not 13
at all.
points.
Yes, it
not
does.
13 points.
Yes, it
I said,
does.
And I said it. I think it covers around 5 points.
No.
I said
No.
5 points.
If they're the same caliber team, then it's not a 5-point
Okay, well
spread.
then you're saying what I need you to say in the argument. I said Tennessee and Florida both suck. That's what I said.
I already said that, and I don't even know
Okay,
what
I
you're
said
trying to argue.
I
You've been
said
here
that they
sitting here
shouldn't be
saying
ranked.
you're
You've been
literally-
saying that they needed to be ranked.
They did. They're still a better team. I think they both suck, but I still think they're the better team. And it's still the fact that you're sitting here saying, "Oh, home field advantage doesn't matter. Oh, it's a 5-point
I
thing."
didn't say it didn't matter at
You
all,
literally-
but not
oh my
13
God,
points.
forget it.
Not 13
Forget it.
points
Yes,
matter,
it does.
Benji.
Yes. Yes. Home field advantage matters so much in college sports.
Okay, so where do you draw the line on when it doesn't matter and when it does matter? When does it matter to
when
you?
it's a team that's actually very good, ranked top 5, playing against like
What was Tennessee ranked when they played Florida?
what were they ranked?
9 or 8
Oh,
in the
was,
country.
5, 6, 7.
Okay, my bad. You want to make a
8,
big difference on 4 spots.
9.
You want to make a big difference on 4 spots.
Who makes the college playoffs?
Not you.
The top 4.
Okay, you
So
want
what
to
about
use that
5?
argument?
What about
Yet they
5,
changed it to where now it's
6,
12.
7,
You're gonna use that argument?
8 or 9.
You're going to use that argument now that they've realized that they messed
That's
up on
crazy,
that, and now
man.
that they made it to 12. You realize that next year the college football playoff is going to be 12 teams, right?
That's next year.
Yes. So they
It's a
changed
lot
it
different
last
ranking.
year. They changed it last year, though, Benji. So clearly they realized the
So
system was
clearly,
not right.
Last year,
They were still ranked in the top 10. You get my point.
And I
Quit
didn't
being
say-
so
I didn't say-
specific.
I didn't-
5-9. It's still the
that's
same.
part of my argument is the fact that I said top 5 team, and then you said top 10, which is not what my argument was.
It's 4 spots away from being top
But is
5.
it top 5?
Oh my! They didn't
Is it
belong
top
in the top.
5?
My whole point
Is
is
it top
Tennessee
5?
or Florida
Is
doesn't
it
belong
top
in the top
5?
25. That's my
Is
whole
it
point.
top 5.
All right.
I just want to hear an honest answer. Is it top 5? Like my
Okay,
argument was.
but is Tennessee ranked at 9 and Florida's not ranked, and yet Florida beats Tennessee by double digits, and you, in your own words, say teams of the same caliber. Do you think that
I
if
just
Tennessee and
love how my
Florida
question
at the
still hasn't
same
been
caliber,
answered.
that I didn't say or that they weren't in top 5?
Yeah.
Is that your question? Okay, Benji. I think the fact that I said that they were ranked 9th answers your question.
Well, your argument was they were 9th.
My argument was that
And
Tennessee and Florida
I
both
said they weren't
suck, and that when
top
Florida
5.
beat Tennessee, Florida should have been ranked higher than Tennessee because Florida beat Tennessee.
Oh, so like
That
you know,
makes
like
sense.
those random years when like Georgia or Kentucky will lose to like an unranked Kentucky. You saying Georgia should drop down from like 1 to like 15th and Kentucky instantly shoot up? No, that's never how ranking works. Have you kept up with the college ranking?
If they're going to put them both in the top 25, then the team that just won should be above the one that lost. They should.
That's insane because
No,
then,
it's not.
then the years that Alabama or Georgia or Michigan or Ohio State lose to a tiny school, not
I'm
tiny
not
school,
talking
but
about.
unranked.
I'm not talking about
But
schools
then-
that are like teams that have like a 2-4 record. Florida and Tennessee both had a ranked record. They both were in the top 25. If both teams are in the top 25, then the team that just lost to the other team should not be above the team that won.
It's never been like that. You can go back and look at all the upsets. It is never like that, Brayden.
I don't even think they both should have been ranked. I think they both should have been
I'm
D
just gonna
ranked.
be
I think
honest.
they both should have
I'm
been in the top
gonna
25.
tell you the exact same thing. Go back and look at every game that this happens, and it never happens the way you want it to.
Well, you know how I view it, Benji? The teams of the same caliber. I think if they're around the same caliber, and the team won, one of the teams won, that team that is around the same caliber should be ranked higher.
Obviously,
considering you
the
said they
college
were the
board
same
does.
caliber.
Oh, my
But-
bad. Forgot I'm a perfect sports announcer. I know
Okay.
every statistic.
I'm not either. That's why I
but-
said. That's why I said 9. And they weren't in the top 5.
But obviously,
but anyways.
college rankings don't think they're the same caliber, so that's why they were still ranked above
Oh
them.
well, your argument was that if they're not in the top 4, then why are we even discussing it? Because they take the top 4, right?
That's what
So
I just
why are
said.
you talking about the? Okay.
I'm giving an answer to your argument right there, where you were like, "Why aren't they ranked above them?" Obviously, the college rankings think Tennessee's still better. That's why they're above them.
And I'm saying that I disagree with that, and I'm allowed to disagree with that.
Mhm.
And
And
I'm
I'm just
saying that if
explaining
a
it.
Florida team that is of the same caliber that just came out of your mouth about 5 minutes ago,
I forgot
if
that
they
I'm the
play
best
head-to-head,
sports analyst
then
ever in the
Florida
history.
should be above. You started the argument.
And
It's fine. It's
the
fine.
fact that, that makes so much sense because you just asked the question, why are they not above them? So I was answering it for you. So maybe think about the question before you ask it. I was just answering it for you because that's what you wanted. And so I answered it. Obviously, the college rankings think that Tennessee's still the better team. I'm not a perfect sports announcer or analyst or ever going to be on that. And I have my opinion, which I'm allowed to have, and say that they are the same caliber, but obviously Tennessee's still better because the professionals rank them better.
Okay, yeah, because we've always agreed with the professionals. But anyways, yes, you are allowed to have a opinion, Benji. So am I. And when I make a statement like that, you're more than welcome to answer. But the whole argument started. That in the fact that I thought Florida should have been ranked higher when they beat Tennessee than Tennessee was ranked.
And I'm going to say the same thing a second ago.
You don't have to say the same thing again.
That doesn't happen.
Never happened.
That rarely happens in the college rankings. Go look at all the upset games where they're both ranked, and it never drops. The team that loses rarely ever drops below them unless they're like within 3 points of each other.
You want to talk about Texas and Alabama when they played? You want to talk about that? Because Alabama was ahead of them, and then they dropped. They dropped below Texas.
I said, how close were they?
What do you mean how close
was it?
Were
like
they?
3 and like 9?
I can't even remember if Texas was ranked.
They were like 9 to 12 range, I think.
Well, Florida. Well, Alabama dropped down to I believe 10, and Texas moved up into the top 5. So
no, I think they went 6. I think they went 6.
I'm pretty sure they were 5. Pretty sure they were 5.
I think they went 6 because it was either 6 or 9.
So that they would. I think in this argument they would have been in your top 5 requirement thing that you said. So,
but
anyways.
Well, I said the top 5 for what was it, like good teams, and so
which didn't include Tennessee or
it didn't
Florida.
include Florida. Okay, thank you.
Well, that was my whole point from the get-go was that they both suck. So
I don't know. You had a lot of get-goes there. It just didn't seem like it ever ended. So
okay. Well, anyways, that made for great content.
Move up to pick'ems.
Yeah. Promise we don't normally hate each other.
Yeah, we do.
Or
every argument goes this way about sports. Yeah, that's what I said about sports. Yeah.
I was trying to say that we don't hate each other, but
my bad.
It's fine. Maybe we do.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Maybe
Brayden loves me.
Oh.
Just kidding. Nah, we don't hate each other. It's just sports gets very
we're both
dicey.
Very hard-headed and want to stick with what
But see, this was a different argument than normal. Usually I have all facts.
Oh, okay.
And Brayden's a really opinionated argument.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I'm not even going to get that started because we've had plenty of debates where.
And I pull out the numbers.
I do as well, so it's fine.
Very rare.
No, it's not. I mean, I think honestly, my numbers are. I probably win more of the arguments between us two, if I'm being honest. So.
Okay, that's just definitely false.
That's okay. Well, I mean, clearly I'm doing a lot better on the pick'ems. Maybe.
Is that an argument between us?
I mean, maybe considering I've picked more games that I've won more games on the pick'ems by quite a bit than you have. So clearly, I know a little bit about football.
It's a good guess, but when it comes to numbers, I've won every time, man.
Well, these numbers say otherwise. Let's get into those numbers, okay? So this past week, I went 12-4. Ben went 14-2. Benji went 11-5. Now we're gonna go ahead and tell you the overall records. Brayden 46-18. Ben 43-21. Benji 37-27. So there's are some numbers for you, Benji.
Oh, well, the records, talk about, like, stats and stuff. I remember the last conversation we had about it. You, like, lost so bad. It was just...
What was that conversation?
It was the quarterback comparison.
Okay, was it...
just kept
you were
saying
that quarterbacks that were around the same caliber, we'll use your word again, were a lot better than I believe Tony Romo was the argument that we had.
No, it wasn't that argument. It was the argument of who was going to be more like who as they continued on, and then I was comparing, like...
Oh, it was Josh Allen and
Phillip Rivers, I think, and they had almost the exact same statistics.
And Phillip Rivers doesn't run the ball. That was my whole point. Phillip Rivers was not a runner.
Okay. We're just going to bring up another losing argument.
Josh Allen's a runner. So how can you compare? I can't even remember the quarterback that I used to describe him as.
It's something with Tony Romo.
I did not say he was like Tony Romo.
No, I don't think it was him. I think it was somebody else that we were arguing at that point. But
I think was it when Matt was here too? I think Matt was here.
I don't think Matt. No, I
Matt,
don't
Matt
think.
was here.
I thought it was just us three.
Matt was here. It was when we got that pizza and watched. Can't remember what game it was, but yeah, to compare Josh Allen and Phillip Rivers, in my opinion, is kind of crazy because Phillip Rivers stays in the pocket and doesn't want to leave, and Josh
And they
Allen
still
is
throw
totally
the exact
fine.
same.
Josh Allen is totally fine with leaving the pocket.
And they still throw the exact same.
Okay,
Go, Herbert.
one throws a lot on the run, the other doesn't really throw a whole lot on the run, but it's fine.
I mean, it's still the exact same.
Anyways, and Josh Allen has
Exact same
much more
statistics.
rushing yardage than
Exact same.
Phillip
throwing
Rivers. No,
statistics.
Phillip Rivers and Josh Allen don't belong in the same stratosphere because Josh Allen impacts the game on a rushing
I don't
level
think
as well as passing.
Josh Allen's ever going to do anything. I think the original argument was I thought Josh Allen was going to be the exact same type of caliber quarterback as Phillip Rivers, and the fact that he's going to be great and not do anything with his career.
And I said that I think Josh Allen will do something with his career because I think he's better than Phillip Rivers. And this is a perfect week for us to talk about how good Josh Allen is, considering the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills game. But, anyways,
That was a good game.
well, for one team it was. Okay, so.
Bears, Commanders, Bears.
All right. So I'm going to. I'll say Bears as well.
Yeah, I'm also going Bears. I think they finally woke up after the Broncos.
All right, now we got the Jags versus the Bills. I'm going to go with the Bills.
Yeah, I'm also going Buffalo.
Buffalo as well. I think the Jaguars just can't wake up.
Now we got the Tits and the Colts. I'm going to. You know what? They beat the Bengals. I'm going Titans.
This is close. Man, I was looking in this one earlier. I was just looking, and I'm also going Titans.
Is Anthony Richardson back?
Yeah.
They did they win last week? I can't remember.
No, they lost in overtime to the Rams.
Puka Nuka got a not late TD.
I think I'm gonna go Colts here. I
Okay.
think the Titans just got real lucky against a disgruntled Bengals team. Like the Bengals don't have a good defense, man. And this is like the 1 week Derrick Henry's done anything, and I think the Colts are just gonna be. I think the Colts will win. Yeah,
Okay.
believe
Fair
that.
enough. Fair enough. Saints versus the Patriots. I'm going to go with the Saints.
Derek Carr's healthy, isn't he?
I mean, he's playing through his sprained AC joint.
Yeah.
So
Man, that's tough. Part of me wants to think Mac Jones can do something, but then after watching him last week, I'm going to go Saints.
I'm also going Saints. Isn't Kamara back now?
yes, and he got me 22 fantasy points last week.
Yeah, I think definitely Saints. I just don't think. I think we should have talked about that. How Bill Belichick is like without Brady,
Oh
a
yeah,
500 quarterback or 500 head coach, if that. I think. What was it like the first year Brady left? Everyone's like, "Oh, Brady wouldn't have been anything without Belichick."
Yeah.
But then now you look at it, and like, yeah, Mac Jones isn't Brady. Mac Jones isn't great, but like, man, Belichick has sucked since he left.
See, like I agree with you that it's hard for me though because I think it's a lot easier for a player to look good because a player can go to a
And
team
thrive in
that's
a
already
certain
good.
situation.
Like the Buccaneers, yes, he went to the Buccaneers, replaced Jameis Winston, but when they saw that Brady was going there, plenty of other players followed him to the Bucs.
But what I'm saying is about that is like the Patriots don't have a great wide receiver room.
yeah.
They didn't really have great wide receiver rooms with Brady. He just made them better. Like,
defense
put
was there.
but also I'm saying like Julian Edelman,
Yeah.
Hall of Fame wide receiver because of what he did with the Patriots. I think you put Julian Edelman on any other team and he doesn't do that. Chris Hogan, not
Yeah.
gonna do that on
Yeah.
any other team. But I think the only one would be Gronk that would obviously other than
And Randy Moss.
but
and
that was
then-
like a 1-2 year
Yeah.
thing.
And then I mean you had who else did he had another really good receiver though for a little while I believe. Randy Moss.
But what I'm saying is I
get what you're saying.
I think the wide receiver room is roughly could have been the same
yeah.
if you put young Brady in this same situation. Obviously, he's not done good without a good defense. I don't think the Patriots defense is terrible. They usually do good every year, but I think Belichick is not as good as people are
Yeah.
making it out to be now.
I think Belichick's a great coach, but a terrible GM. So if you take the GM role away from him and let him, because I think what hurt him, Mac Jones, a lot, because he didn't have an offensive coordinator last year. He had a defensive coordinator calling offensive plays. Explain that to me. And Bill Belichick made that decision, so it falls back on him ultimately. Belichick needs to play the role of head coach, and someone else needs to play the role of GM. Belichick is a great coach. I think it's more they fit together. And if I just wonder, because I kind of thought the same thing the other day. I think listening to Shannon Sharp talk about it, because he used to give a lot of the credit to Bill Belichick instead of Brady. I think you're right. I think Belichick is a really good coach, and I think the majority of those Super Bowl wins did come from Tom Brady, though. I think without Tom Brady, he's not getting that done.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a reason the Patriots the last couple seasons won 6 to 9 games or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't uncompetitive. Granted, they didn't even really have anybody. It's kind of like Mike Tomlin in that aspect, Ever since Big Ben's been gone, they still somehow win 6 to 10 games, and they're fighting for a playoff spot. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But the next one up is Ravens Steelers.
Yeah. I'm going to go Ravens. Pretty easy choice for me here.
Yeah, I think anyone playing against the Steelers is basically a lock at this point. Ravens. And he gave me the thumbs up. I'm assuming Ravens.
All right, now we got the Texans versus the Falcons. I'm going Texans all the way.
Me too. C.J. Stroud, man, you're cooking. I like it. Texans.
Didn't I pick Texans last week? Maybe. I think so. I mean, I love the Texans. Oh, no, I was still thinking Texans. I think Tank Dell, Nico Collins.
Yeah, we all like the Texans.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I think they're just great. It's a turnaround franchise, really.
You know what I think?
Shout
I was
out.
thinking about. This goes along with you talking about the Bears, Justin Fields. There's been a bunch of talk about them trading Justin Fields to the Falcons.
But I think this last game and this game, I think he's really. Granted, we did play Broncos, but to go I think he was 19 for 19 against. These are still the best football players in the world. They're not the great defense, but still go 19 for 19. Put up finally his first 300-yard game, 4 touchdowns. I think he's finally settled in. He's playing great now. We've got 10 points in the first quarter. I think he's really turning it around. I'm hoping that we get a couple more wins. I don't think we'll get 6 wins out of the next. What is it?
Well, y'all are in play. Y'all are in play for the top 2 draft picks, both of them, 1 and 2.
Well, yeah, but I think they're gonna start turning it around.
So, as a Bears fan, would you rather have Justin Fields or Caleb Williams?
I'm gonna say Justin Fields right now, purely because, hear me out. Justin Fields kind of played the exact same way in college. Look how it transcribed. Justin Fields could throw the ball in college. Look how it's transcribed. I think someone who's been in the league this 3rd year, starting to pick it all up these last 2 games, or this game so far and last game, I would much rather have someone who has that experience, because you don't get rookie quarterbacks that do great right from the gun.
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud being, one of the outliers right now. I mean, look at Bryce Young. Bryce Young went to a terrible team, played great for Alabama, terrible now. But I'd much rather take the Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say. Would you rather, as a Bears fan, would you rather go for something that is I'm not gonna say a safer pick, but when you go for offensive linemen, running backs, and most of the time first round wide receivers, they typically pan out.
I'm gonna go wide receiver defense if we had first 2.
I see, and we're agreeing.
Yeah.
I think they should keep Justin Fields.
I don't think we should. It's the same thing. Justin Fields was amazing in college. I mean, look at the stats.
Yeah.
Could throw a ball with broken ribs.
Yeah.
Comes to the league, gets sacked a ton his first year. Definitely destroys his confidence. But I just think that so far with this game that we're watching in live time, he's really picked it up. Last game against the Broncos went 19 for 19, man. I was golfing and I was sitting there watching it.
Yeah. No,
And
I agree.
speaking of that, he was actually 23 of 24 at one point, and his one completion was an attempt at a Hail Mary, which is crazy. But the only thing with Fields, I agree. I think he's picking it up, but the only thing is he definitely cost them that game. The fumble for a touchdown and the pick, but he did pick it up.
I wouldn't say he cost them the game. I say he cost them the loss, but the defense is what let them. Ben, you do realize cost them the game would be like, oh, it was like a one score thing, and then he gave it up. Not long, but I'm saying the defense let them score 21 straight points.
But if you're going, but I mean, the drives that led to that, like he wasn't doing anything like with the ball, and that puts a lot more pressure, and it's a whole thing momentum. And once a team gets a little momentum scoring, Justin Fields got to come in there and maybe get a couple first downs, get the defense a little rest.
But I think we went more to rushing after the second half started. It wasn't a lot of time because he still finished with only like 5 incompletions.
Yeah, no, I'm not. What I'm thinking is I'm not going to say that the moment was too big, but I am thinking, we're 0-3. It would be nice to have a win right here just to kind of get a groove going. And the moment got a little big. I think because like he was like they had a chance to score and at least tie the game. 31-28. They had a chance to at least tie the game, and then he throws an interception. So I mean,
what I would say cost us the game legitimately as the fan was the fact that they chose to decide to run it to Khalil Herbert on 4th and 1 instead of Justin Fields when we've ran Khalil Herbert the entire 80 yards down the field. I think that's what cost us the game.
And that's fair.
Was that not getting that 4th.
Yeah.
But I don't think he cost them the game. He played the best game of his career in the NFL so far. I don't think you can ask more. Shut up.
Yeah.
I don't think you can ask more from him if the defense is not being able to do something because he's kept him off the defense the whole first half.
Now you know how I felt as a Tony Romo fan.
But no, I don't think that was on him. I think it was that 4th and 1 call that we ran the ball the whole field and then decided to give it to Khalil Herbert still when, as Henry said it best, no one is going to catch Justin Fields if he fakes it and goes around the end.
Yeah.
But I don't think he cost us the game. I think the defense ended up letting us down.
No, I mean, and it's a collective effort. I mean, you'll hear this from all the players too. Like they'll sit there and say, "Oh, well, not one play determines a game." It's just the stakes at which the play that was made is emphasized more. And Justin Fields played amazing, great football. If I'm you, or if I'm a Bears fan, I definitely want them to keep Justin Fields, and I definitely should have started DJ Moore again. But I'd definitely keep Justin Fields. You got to work on the O-line, in my opinion. O-line's got to get better, and you've got to get some talent on the defensive end, something that'll stick and something that shows up.
This is our first game with Tevin Jenkins, our first round pick.
Yeah.
So we haven't had UT boy. Haven't been able to have him. So, I mean, that was a big hit because that was what we needed this offseason and to just go back to the same line. So
yeah. But okay. What do you got anything that you want to add, Ben?
No, I disagree. I think I agree with the bad play call, but I disagree with Fields. I mean, 7 of those 21 unanswered was a return fumble that he fumbled. So that's 14. 3 quarters played great football though. Played outstanding. That last quarter though. 7 of the 28. Yep. Hey, move the football. Don't throw a pick. Don't fumble. Watch your blind side. I know the O-line's not that good, but as the quarterback, you're the leader of the team. When you're supposed to be.
And when you have 4 drives, it's not like he had 1 drive. It's not like he had 2 drives. It's not like he had 3 drives. He had 4 drives.
Because I don't hate Justin Fields. I don't love him, but I mean, he had that. You had that game in the bag, and you want to see someone take that next leap. I mean, granted, he started playing better, looked great for 3 quarters, outstanding. Probably one of the best stat lines we'll see all season long. But you got to be able to secure the W in that situation. I don't think you can blame the defense for it, but that's just my take.
28 points, can't blame the defense. Or 21, can't blame the defense. So 21 points, can't blame the defense. I think that's crazy.
No, I'm not saying. But all I'm saying is if you know what happens if he scores one touchdown out of those 4, you know what happens? They don't come back.
But
they don't come back. And I mean, like I get your point. The defense has got to come up with a stop. But to be fair, granted, the defense is what got them that big lead to jump off. So like it's kind of like a balancing act. So that they were able to get up to such a big lead early on because the defense didn't allow them to do anything. And so like when the defense kind of
I've got to go here in a minute.
okay,
so.
well when the defense starts slacking, it's the offensive's job to kind of pick up the extra.
I still think I can't blame that on Justin Fields. He played game of his life. I think defense has to step up in those moments. Granted, yes. He had 2 turnovers. Okay, one was a fumble that led to a score.
2 out of the 4 or 5 drives he had. I mean, and that's when it's needed most.
When you have him, when he's been playing like shit all year, and to play that good for that long, you just have to step up on defense too, because that's still they let up 21 points, Ben. I don't.
Hey, y'all are getting a live view of 2 arguments between me and Benji.
I just don't get it. I don't know how you're gonna blame
me, Ben, and Benji.
Fields.
But we're not blaming it all on Justin Fields. We're
He
just
literally
saying,
said the reason they lost was Justin Fields.
If we're gonna be honest, he had 2 turnovers in the last 5 drives. 2 turnovers, and when it comes down to making big plays, you know what they probably told him when he exited the huddle? Just do not turn the ball over. Just do not turn the ball over. We've got a lead. What did he do? He turned the ball over.
One
early
of them
on,
was
and
definitely a miscommunication. Yes. One was a miscommunication, and the other one, I would say the fumble was on him. The other one was definitely a miscommunication.
But when did the fumble happen?
Him and Kmet.
When did the
fumble? That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, but it happened. But it happened when it didn't need to happen.
Yeah, but I'm saying I still don't think you can blame that on him.
Well, I mean, it's a team game, so we're not just saying it's all his fault. But I would say
that's what he just said.
You're not saying 100% it's his fault.
No, I've definitely put it like 90% because I do agree the play call on the 4th down was terrible. But in the end, who am I going to put more of the blame on? Justin Fields.
I'm going to put more of the blame on the defense. I don't think you could ask more from him, and other than the turnovers. If he doesn't have the turnovers, perfect game. Defense still let up 21 points and almost let him come back.
This is so
But
funny.
Take that. If he doesn't have the 2 turnovers, that's 21 points that the defense let them come back on.
But here's the thing that you realize, too. He doesn't have to score like what we're saying. If you just hold on to the ball 2, 3 extra minutes, game over. But guess what? He didn't. So that's tough. Bears lost 0-4.
I mean,
okay.
I agree with him because like my thought process is like when I said you heard me say just get a couple first downs. If he would have just got a couple more first downs within those 5 drives, there wouldn't have been enough time for them to come back and win the game. But that's fine. Okay, let's get through it. Where we're at, Panthers versus the Lions. I'm going Lions. I think that's a clean sweep.
Yeah, pretty easy. I'm going Lions.
Giants versus Dolphins. Oh wait,
I didn't even get to go. My bad. I'm out, guys.
No, I was trying to hurry.
I'm out, guys. You
hurry.
ready? Lions.
No, I was trying to hurry because I said I'm pretty sure it's a clean sweep, and I thought you shook your head yes because you just 2 minutes ago gave him a thumbs up for agreement when Ben asked you. All right, Giants versus the Dolphins. I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins.
Dolphins as well.
Okay, Bengals versus the Cardinals. Cardinals.
Damn, I really thought we were gonna be separate. I'm going Cards.
James Conner's done great. I don't know. They had a terrible game last week. I'm going to go Bengals.
Eagles versus Rams. I'm going to go Rams.
All right, here we go. Eagles.
Jets versus the Broncos. I'm going Jets.
DJ Moore just scored again.
Oh, my gosh. What did I do? Why did I not start him?
Dude, that's crazy. I'm also going Jets.
Who was it?
Would you have gone Puka Nuka over DJ Moore at this current?
Yeah.
I mean, I got Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, and Puka Nuka. So I mean, dang, I should have started DJ Moore. Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jets.
Okay. Chiefs versus Vikings. Chiefs all the way.
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs.
Chiefs as well.
All right, Cowboys versus Niners. This is the game. I'm gonna save this one for last. Okay. We'll just answer it now then. You go first, man.
Well, I want my boys to win, but if I'm doing theoretical by pick'em and I'm trying to win pick'em, as much as it pains me and I hope I'm wrong, I'm going San Fran.
Is it at the Cowboys or is it at the Niners?
It's at the Niners.
The Cowboys will lose by 3. Niners will win. Okay, Packers versus Raiders. I'm going to go Packers.
Going with the G-men.
Packers.
All right. So you got to hear us argue and actually get into stuff this episode.
Mhm.
And we're going to try to do a little bit different format. We're going to try to do a little bit more debating. We're going to try to do a little bit more like breaking it up into 2 episodes type stuff to talk about different things. Yeah, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Please turn on that notification bell. Please follow us on Instagram. Please follow us anywhere else that you can follow us. And we appreciate you watching. We appreciate you viewing. And hit that subscribe button again. And peace.